Okay, are you dating a woman you love, but she seems to be losing interest in you? Don't worry if you are. Before anything, do this for me. Check if she's showing any of the following signs. First, she's less excited about being with you and more bored and disinterested. Second, she's less supportive of you and more critical and skeptical. And third, she's less respectful of you and more abrasive and insulting. If she shows any of those signs, then you have good reason to be worried. Few things are more panic-inducing than the prospect of losing someone you love, believe me. Unfortunately, panic won't help you. Instead, it'll only make her want to leave you even sooner. I'm dead serious here. So, do you want to know how to keep a woman interested? Well, here's how. Use the thrill ride technique on her, and I'll show you exactly what this technique is in this action-packed video, so promise me that you'll stay up until the end so that you don't miss anything important. Remember to take lots of notes because you'll be getting lots of useful material here. Before we start, let me say this ahead of time. The thrill ride I'm talking about is not just about spicing up the relationship by going traveling with her, or skydiving, or bungee jumping, or any of that stuff. In fact, these emotional highs might actually make your relationship worse. Yup, you heard that right. If you are planning to spice up your relationship in a similar way, then I'm telling you right now, change your mind. Don't dig an early grave for your relationship. And I'm about to explain why. Before I tell you why spicing up your relationship won't keep your woman interested, I'd like to ask a small favor from you. Take a moment to click the like button below. It'll only take you a second, and it'll mean a lot to me. So go ahead, give this video a like because I'll wait here. Are you done? Awesome. Now here's why spicing up your relationship won't keep your woman interested. Skydiving, bungee jumping, traveling the world, etc. All of these sound like good ideas in keeping a woman interested in you. Unfortunately, they don't. Not for long, anyway. Why not? It's because they're incomplete. These activities only give your woman an emotional high, which naturally and inevitably gives her an emotional low shortly afterward. That's just how our emotions are. We don't stay on an emotional high for too long, we gradually go back down to our baseline. Neither do we stay mired in an emotional low forever. Our moods gradually go up to our baseline. So if you want to keep a woman interested in giving her emotional highs, you'll need to do it very, very often, and each emotional high should be unique from the one before it. Not sustainable, if you ask me. So instead, I suggest you give her a thrill ride. And by that, I mean a complete thrill ride, complete with emotional highs and lows. This is something most guys never realize in their lives, the power of emotional lows. Because believe it or not, to keep a woman interested, you need to give her emotional lows as much as you give her emotional highs. Hard to believe? It was hard for me to believe too, until my friend and mentor Rake explained everything to me several years ago. Derek is dating and relationships coach to me and 17,000 other men around the world. Derek teaches us to improve our relationships with women not by making them happy, but by making them emotionally addicted to us. And we do that with mind control. Now, this isn't the kind of evil, manipulative mind control you see in the movies. Instead, this is the kind of mind control that doctors use these days. Today, we have cures for depression, anxiety, trauma, phobias, and much more, thanks to the science of mind control. And if mind control can cure depression, you can bet it can keep a woman interested in you. Now back to the thrill ride. Here's how and why it works. Quick question. What do you think is the female mind's greatest need? Here's a clue. It's not love, or money, or security, or good genes. What is it? It's drama. I'm not kidding. Drama is every healthy woman's greatest need in their romantic relationships. It's the reason why women choose bad boys over nice guys. Bad boys bring more drama. It's also why women can cheat on their loyal, hardworking, yet absolutely boring husbands. And believe it or not, it's also the reason why women stay with their abusive boyfriends no matter what. A woman will stick to the man who gives her all the drama she'll ever need. So if your woman is losing interest in you, it's not enough to make her feel better. You need to make her feel worse too. This makes total sense if you take some time to think about it. The idea is to purposefully inflict emotional lows on her so that she can bounce back and enjoy the emotional highs you follow up with. Now can you see why it's called a thrill ride? You're not putting her on a cable car or escalator, you're putting her on a roller coaster. The result? The more you put her on thrill rides, the more she subconsciously gets addicted to them, and as a direct result, the more she gets addicted to you. That's how the thrill ride works, and I'm about to show you some real-world examples of thrill rides you can put your woman on right now. But before we get to the nitty-gritty of this technique, I want you to do this for me. Please support my channel by becoming a subscriber. Simply take a few seconds to scroll below this video, then click the red subscribe button and click the bell icon for good measure. Go ahead, I'll wait. Have you subscribed? If you have, then thanks for your support. Now let's get into even more of the good stuff. Here are some real-world examples of the thrill ride in action. First, you can simply start ignoring your woman. Simply stop spending nearly as much time and attention on her and focus on doing more important things, things that matter to you. This will snap her out of her bored, disinterested state and start wondering what you're up to. This, my friend, is one of the best ways on how to keep a woman interested. Believe me. Second, you can engage her in arguments instead of backing down. This time, you stand your ground whether you're right or wrong, and only give her affection when she backs down or apologizes. Think of it as rewarding her good behavior. Third, you can also disappear for a few days, maintaining zero contact with her all throughout. You do whatever you want, and you don't contact her no matter how crazy she gets on your phone. Only come back when she's calmed down, and when she asks you to explain yourself, just tell her, I needed some alone time. This will shock her into respecting you and taking you more seriously. Fourth, you can take her on a road trip or some other adventure and get lost or something. The key is to put her in a controlled, dangerous situation, which you'll save her from in the end. You'll be surprised at how powerful this technique is in making her appreciate you more. And fifth, you can simply start seeing other women and let your woman find out about it. And when she flips out on you, don't budge, don't apologize or placate her. Instead, simply tell her, seriously, I thought you were different, then walk out and disappear for a few days. Likewise, only come back to her when she apologizes, and be sure to reward her with the kind of love and affection she craves from you. I hope you get the picture by now. These are just a few common ways to put your woman on a thrill ride. As a result, she'll get so addicted to the drama you bring that she'll naturally get addicted to you. She'll stop being bored and disinterested, she'll think about winning your approval more, and she'll start working harder to keep you. And that is how you keep a woman interested for a long, long time. Pretty powerful stuff, huh? Now here's a fact about the thrill ride that might surprise you. The act of putting her on emotional highs and lows actually has a proper name in psychology. It's called fractionation, and you'll never hear any pickup artist guru talk about it, because it can be used for both good and evil purposes. And that leads us to a sort of moral crossroads. If your goal is to control and take advantage of your woman to serve your own selfish reasons, then I urge you not to learn fractionation. It's way too dangerous. But on the other hand, if your goal is to save your relationship with her, to make her happy, and to lead a strong, happy relationship that lasts a lifetime, then you're exactly the perfect kind of guy to learn fractionation. If you're that guy, then I got something special for you. In just a moment, a link will come up inside this video. If you click on it, it will take you to an online masterclass on mind control, where you can learn about fractionation and master its use. Your host, the master of mind control himself, Rake. Are you excited yet? Well, you should. Derek's the best in the world when it comes to mind control, and you'll believe it when you see him in action. So here's the deal. If you want to keep your woman interested in you, then click on the link now. You'll join Derek's online masterclass shortly after you click on the link. Do it.